grateful, wealthy, bossy, rising, Boss Moms Club. What's up? I'm excited because today, we switched up the format a little bit. So we got topic time. And but we all gonna play a song because it kind of go with the topic, but we're gonna play it like midway through because I feel like as we go through the topic, it's so that song will help people with the topic. All right. So before we even get started, here, let me say, brother. Before we even get started, tested it in my. Oh no, hold on. Listen, guys. I got a 2-year-old here that want to hear music real bad. She want to hear the music real bad, so if she's trying to play the songs and all that, I need her to go with her brother. Here, go ahead, go with your brother, and we can play it. You can play it out there, okay? There you go. All right. She said thanks. All right. So hopefully that's we can get through this without her. Right. But the topic is right using your kids as an excuse to not be successful. Right? Why? Either why or why not? Right? Because some people say that is the reason why, and some people say they're the reason why they cannot. Right. So, but before we get started, like I was trying to do, introduce everybody. I am Boss. Ladies, we ready? She really wanted to hear this. Let me just have to speak up. She's eager to hear it. I am Boss Mom G Lovely. And we got my other Boss Mom host here. Go ahead, let them know who you are.
What's up? Great morning, y'all. Boss Mom Jen here. Wealthy Rising.
Wealthy Rising. It's Bossy Tater in the building.
Yes. Those are my Boss Moms, my Boss Mom sisters, right? Those is really my sisters, right? I get to do this with my sisters, and then I got my other queen sis here, our Boss Mom. They always here with us, right? We need their energy, we need their input with what's going on. We got Boss Mom Ash, right? Miss Ashley Duguay. Then we got Boss Mom Jenny. I like to say Jenny from the block, big sis and little sis, right? I love them when they here. Listen, you want their input and their value. So everybody here adds to the live audience, and we're gonna grow. We're gonna grow every time. So if you want to be live with us to fix your input, you got to get on Zoom with us on Fridays, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can hop on the Zoom and you can share your input. Okay? All right. So, like I said, today's topic is about using your kids as the reason why you should be successful, or why not you can't be successful, right? Because some people, they tell you, like I seen a post from Grant Cardone. Oh, if I had my other phone, I could read the post, but that's something that made me think about it. And then somebody commented in the post that I know a lot of people say that they can't be successful because of their kids. That's crazy. Like since I had my kids, it pushed me to even be more successful, right? So there's two different mindsets here, right? And I could understand both, right? But I'm gonna push more for the one that why you should be successful with your kids. Okay. You should not use your kids as an excuse. I remember our mentor, Darren Gibson, saying, oh my goodness, imagine your kids growing up and you tell them like, oh, I couldn't be rich because of you. Right? How crazy does that sound? Right? I couldn't be successful because of you. Right? Not because you was here and I went hard. Listen, majority people, right? I'm gonna just put it out there. I believe this, and I could be wrong, but I believe majority of people that have kids did not plan their kids. Majority, not everybody. Majority, meaning that you did not sit and have a conversation like, listen, we are trying to get pregnant. We are working on getting pregnant so we can have a baby, right? I know I didn't plan my kids. I attempted to plan them later on, right? I planned to have them later on in life, but no, I got pregnant before I planned them, right? So other people, so Jenny raised her hand, right? Like a majority of people just didn't, you didn't plan it. Like you didn't, some people may have, but it just seems to me like a lot didn't. And why I say that, you could tell by the lifestyle, because that's why some people are building with their kids. Because really, if we could have planned it, we would have built first. We would have got to a certain place first, and then had our children. That way, it's like, oh, you all set up. Life is good. You had them. You can hire the nannies. You can hire the chefs. You can hire the cook. You can hire the assistants that you need. So that way, it's just not all on you and your partner. And then let's not even talk about if you don't got a partner. Woo, it's even that much more challenging, right? Single moms, right? It gets even that much more challenging if you don't really got a support system to help you, right? Because some single moms, they have a support system, right? They got their mothers or grandmas, somebody else there to help them if they don't, if their partner is not necessarily there, aunts, auntie, stuff like that. Some people have nobody. Like it literally just be them. So if we planned it, but we had set ourselves up like that, no, we didn't plan for it to be that way. Nobody planned for it to be a challenge and a struggle, but it is what it is. Why? Because we're gonna start and lead with gratitude, right? We're gonna be thankful for the Most High for giving us these babies, because sometimes they real smart. You be like, dang, like I'm, you think your circumstances are so crazy, and how are they so brilliant and they so grateful and thankful, right? They're not like, oh, mom, we're not, they're not telling you like, oh, we're not rich. Why did you have me? No, they're grateful, right? They just happy for your love, for you being there, for you supporting them, and it pushes you to even go that much harder, like, because you may be, sometimes what they call like mom guilt, thinking you're not doing enough, you didn't provide enough for them, and they just so happy and grateful. And when you see the little stuff that they're happy and grateful for, it pushes you like, okay, I am doing something right. No need to beat ourselves up over here, right? These kids are seeing it, and it's gonna help them along their journey. Like, wow, my mom was really strong. I always seen her doing what she had to do, and now they gonna do what they gotta do, right? Learning from our example. Oh yeah, I see the young King Sage here, young King Sage, and then we get to have our kids be a part of what we do. So let's start off with what are some reasons, right? Or have you ever felt like having a child? Some are new moms, some are veteran moms, right? Meaning the kids is right over 5 years old and older. Have you ever felt like, dang, I want to do certain things, but I can't because I have my kids? Has anybody ever felt that? Like, just honestly, like anything that you wanted to really do and you just felt like I can't? All right, Jenny, say yes. Share with us, Jenny. Share something that you was like, wow, I really want to do this, but you felt like that.
I've wanted to travel. I've never like been outside the country, and I had opportunities, and I was always like, because I've always been a stay-at-home mom, and man, so I would always tell myself like, no, I'm not going to do it, because if I don't want to experience this and then my kids not experience it, and then even as far as like, different, I missed out on a lot of opportunities because I felt bad. I felt bad to leave my kids, because for one, I'm like the only main parent. So it's like, and this is something that I'm currently, trying to get out of, because it's hard. Because when you're like that, the main parent, like all the emotional stuff goes to you, all the everything goes to you. And it's just like, you're the one who has to like be there. And then like, when you're not there, it's like chaos, because it's like, where's my mom? Where's my mom? So it's, yeah, it gets real.
Yeah, I could definitely understand that. When you're the main parent, you just feel like, dang, I can't leave them. And like you said, now I leave, everything's going into turmoil. You trying to enjoy yourself, right? Imagine you out trying to enjoy yourself, you getting phone calls or texts. You can't even enjoy yourself because, your kids is feeling it. So I see, that's what I said. I can definitely understand, right? So Jenny, her situation, I wanted to travel. She said she's still working through that. I want to travel, but I don't want to leave my kids. So now it's like, all right, with a situation like that, it's like, all right, well, that's what Boss Mom Club is here for, right? We don't want moms to feel that way. We want you to be able to bring them with you when you go travel, right? Listen, bring them with you, and we want you to bring a traveling nanny with you. So while you are out, and you trying to, maybe you want to enjoy nightlife, they can't come with you, right? You have a nanny there that's going to watch them through the night. You in a weird country, you don't want to just leave them with somebody in that country, but you got somebody that's going to watch them for you. You could go ahead and still enjoy yourself, come back during the day, do stuff with them, right? So that's one of the reasons. That's why I'm glad Jenny shared that, because I know other moms is watching this. You may feel the same way. You want to travel, you a stay-at-home mom, or even if you're not a stay-at-home mom, but you just feel like, I can't go travel and just leave my kids. right? Then there's other moms who like, man, I'm out. Bye. See y'all later. Matter of fact, D&D, I know y'all got people who gonna hold y'all down, right? But everybody don't have that. Right? Everybody can't do a D&D situation because, like she said, she the main person in their life. She's the main one. So for someone like anybody in Jenny's type of situation where you feel like you want to explore the world more, I want you to bring your kids with you. I want you to be able to do that and be able to, if you want to bring somebody who's there specifically to watch them so you could do stuff that they may not be able to do. Now, what would that require? That would require a mindset shift, right? A paradigm shift, as well as a financial shift, right? You're gonna need some more money, right? Because you got to pay for plane tickets, right? If they over 2 years old, you won't pay. You paying for their plane ticket, okay? And we know plane tickets is not super cheap, but we want to make it seem like it's super cheap. So we want to put you in a position so you earn more money, you get more profits. That way you pay, you're not even thinking about it. You pay, okay, how much is it? Oh, there's $200 a seat. All right, nothing. All right, so that's one of the reasons Boss Moms Club is here, to help with things like that. And we have the resources that we use to be able to help you elevate your mindset and elevate your finances and get you more money. All right, so you want to stay connected with us. So if anybody felt that and you want and you desire to change that so you can start to live how you want, connect with us and we help you with that. All right. So thank you, Jenny. Anybody else? You felt like there's something you wanted to do, but because you have children, you just couldn't do it. Right. Anything. It could be anything. Okay, I don't see anybody say anything. Let me look in the chat. Oh,
I could say, go ahead, go ahead. You go, veteran.
So I just thought about something because I'm like, no, I never felt like that, but I have actually. Date night, I want to do that, but we always bring our kids everywhere we go. So it's like that doesn't exist at the moment. Yeah. Yeah, that.
I love that. I want to piggyback off of that. I was literally about to say something about that. Like, first of all, obviously I'm a new mom. My baby's 2 months. So I haven't honestly had to deal with that for how long y'all had to deal with it. But I can say I obviously see the difference. Like we always was, me and my boyfriend was always on dates, always going out. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like, obviously we have a baby. So we don't just be, if we go out to eat or something, obviously she's there. But now I see it's not. Before it was just up and go, you just go how you want to go. And that's how my life been for a long time. So now it's like, nah, we can't go there. Like you definitely think about it. So I just see it. I see where it's going to be that I want to do something and I may not be able to do it at that moment, but not in Boss Moms Club. So.
No, exactly. Yeah, I felt that. Yeah, that both of those are similar, right? And so Bossy Tater, her children, the older one's about to be that big 7 on Mother's Day. She got to share Mother's Day. She got to share Mother's Day with her daughter. Okay.
No.
With my niece.
No. She has to share her birthday with me.
Oh, okay.
See, her birthday comes yearly, and Mother's Day just happened to land on her day. So. Yeah. Heard
you. Get it correct. Excuse me. Okay, she's sharing her birthday with me. Okay, right. So she's turning 7, and then she had her son is 11. Right, he's 11. Right. Yeah. Oh goodness. All right, my nephew and my niece. Right. So she's a veteran at this, right? But like she said, she want to do date night, and sometimes it's like, oh, who gonna watch them and stuff. And really, she knows she can send them over here, right? She can send them over here, right? She can send them. Listen, we trying to go out, right? They bigger kids, right? I take the bigger kids. It's the little ones. You be like, they told, I don't know. You gotta change diapers. They talk back now, really listen, right? The bigger ones, they listen. You take them, all right? They listen. So that's it, right? So as a boss mom, it's important to have a support system. So, or even once again, what if she doesn't have family, right? What if they somewhere where there's no family around, right? She want to be able to do a hiring process and find a trusted nanny, trusted babysitter that, hey, when we do date nights, we're going to call you, right? You could do an interview process, do background checks and all that, right? Once again, what does that require? It requires money, right? So I'm going to we're going to talk about money throughout the conversation too, because money is a tool. It's a resource that can help you be able to get the assistance that you need. So that way you can do more of what you want to do without having to feel guilty and bad about it, right? Because you deserve it. That's what Boss Mom Club is about. We want you to live the life that you desire and you deserve. So if you want to go on a date night, because I know there's other moms on here who feel like that, like, dang, and then even new mom, Big Mama Jen, right? She got a 2-month-old, right? It's new, right? You just was doing everything you wanted, and now, oh no, I can't. Hold on, I can't do that. Who gonna watch the baby, right? Like, so yeah, it switches, and you be like, damn, I can't. I want to go out, but who gonna watch the baby, right? You need a trusted person to watch a newborn, right? You definitely don't want somebody to watch a newborn. They can't talk or nothing, right? What Jenny said, I want to go on date night by myself, right? Right? She want to go on date night by herself. So we need people that we trust to be able to watch our kids. Sometimes we need time away from them, right? We're still a person. My sister always laugh at me, right? When my daughter do something, I'm like, excuse me, I'm a person, right? Like, yeah, I'm your mom, but I am a person. And the stuff that you're doing right now, you're not treating me like a person. Okay, I need you to cut it out, right? But we all are people. We are women. We need our time with ourselves or with our spouse, right? We need that. So being able to, if you have, get the resources, get the tools. Like I said, connect with the Boss Mom on here. Reach out to us on YouTube. Reach out to us on TikTok, on Instagram, and we will show you the resources and tools that we use to create that resource and tool of money so we can live the life that we want. All right. So you could do the same thing and be a part of a community that's going to support you and help you, because everybody here deserves to do the same thing. So I know me personally, like I have felt like when I first had my daughter, right? I never felt like this with my son. My daughter is when I really started to feel things, right? So this is recent. She's only 2 years old. She just turned 2. And it's been times that I felt like, I don't, I don't think I could do this with her. Like as far as building business and doing all the things that I could do, right? But however, nevertheless, right? Because I do so much personal development, my mind, my subconscious mind wouldn't allow me to stay in that place for too long. It just wouldn't, right? This is why personal development and working yourself is important. It would not allow me to say and believe that. It was like, absolutely not. You definitely could do this with her. You're doing it with her. You're making it happen, and you're going to show other moms how to make it happen. Period. The things that you need will come to you. So that way you could do it even better. Right. So like now, one of the biggest things was having a child care, right? I'm not able to fully hire a nanny, right? But sometimes when I do have people watch, I'm paying them $50 a pop every time. But now I've been fortunate enough to find a daycare that she could go to during the day, so that way I could be more productive and effective in doing the necessary actions, right? Income producing activities that I'm doing, not just for me, but for her too, right? For her and her brother, right? Instead of using her as a reason that I can't do it, no, I got to find ways to make sure she's safe, she's good, so I can still do what I need to do, right? To make everything that we want and we deserve come true, right? So I have felt that, but like I said, because of personal development, it didn't last long. It didn't last long. Let me tell you, all the ladies on this call that just shared their stuff, it didn't last long for them either, because you know why? They do personal development. They have communities like this. That's why it's important what goes in your mind. Now, some other people, it's going to be challenging to get out of it, because you're going to be around other people they're going to confirm and validate your belief of you can't do it because you're a mom. You can't do it because you have kids. You're going to be around people like that. You're going to listen to stuff that keeps ensuring that you believe that, because we're not saying that thoughts don't come into our mind like that. We're saying when they come into our mind, because of the work that we do on ourselves, we know how to skirt. Not going to think like that, right? Because we understand, right? That's why I said on the last call before, we can't necessarily take full control of our thoughts, but we could take charge of them, right? You could take charge and scoot it over. Nope. I'm not going to think like that because that's not going to help me. Right. I'm going to think like this because this is going to help me to start to change. Right. Changing your perspective is going to help you see different things that you didn't see. But if you just keep focusing on, I can't, oh, I can't do anything because of my kids, you'll never be able to do anything because you will only see the things that stop you and limit you versus changing your mind. Now you're seeing the things that can help you, right? Like I'm over here focused on the nanny. There's somebody, two boss moms that I look up to. I got a chance to speak with them privately, and they told me, they got daughters about the same age as me. They said, "Oh yeah, I put her in daycare. I could do so much." And I was like, "You did?" Because I was again. I didn't want to do daycare per se, just because of daycare. I was like, I wanted a nanny. I wanted a personal person, right? But I'm not all the way there yet to do that. To have a personal person just on duty where I'm paying a full salary, right? That's my goal, right? But I'm not all the way there yet. So I was like, so it opened my mind. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Let me try to find a daycare. Let me look for a good daycare, right? And then her dad knew people who have kids her age. His older sons used to go to daycare, so I just went and started calling. Went to a daycare. The first one I went to, I loved the lady. It was Home Life. She's an older lady, right? Guess what? Only $200 a week. We already know daycare. It'd be damn near rent. Okay, they'd be at $275, $300 a week, right? $425. You shoot, right? All day, right? From 9 to 5, $200 a week, Monday through Friday. That's great. That's the deal. I just told you I was paying $50 a pop every time somebody watched us, so that would be more if I paid somebody $50 every day. So that's a little less. So I had to open my mind up, right? Because I opened my mind, I started to see stuff different. And now I attracted that daycare to me. And it's only 8 minutes from my house. Drop her off, bring her back. Simple. Right. So if you're not around people who are helping you to see the way to get the things that you want, right? To start making things happen so you can start to get what you want, it's going to be very challenging for you. It's going to be very challenging for you. You have to be around people like that. So Boss Moms Club, another reason, right? We support you. We won't allow you to stay in the negative mindset. We won't allow you to say that. We won't allow you to say that. We're not going to let you say, I can't, because you can. And we'll help you to start seeing the different things that you could do, right? Super supportive over here. Super, because we want you to be your bossy self, right? Our Boss Moms Club, you deserve to live your soft life, right? And to live your soft life, sometimes while you're doing your business, right? It might seem like you a little, you got to be bossy. It's hard to be soft while you're doing your business. It may seem like, but the whole goal is to transfer over to get into your soft life. And to do that, you're going to need some assistance at first, right? Everything don't got to be on you. Okay, so we support them. I see Boss Mom Ash popped on looking like a rock star, okay? You feel me? She's going to have to come off so y'all can see her, because y'all can't see her until she speaks. But she just popped on just looking like a rock star, like she about to hit the stage, okay? She is bossy. I love it. Looking like a rock star. Did you have something that you want to say, or you just coming on so we can see your beautiful face real quick?
Great morning, bossy queens. I did have something to say. I think this is an amazing topic. It's an honest topic. You can have it. It's an honest topic as well. And I've definitely had many moments for me personally where I felt like, I need to do this. I want to do this. I'm not able to. And I feel like for me, coming from a background of being in the education system to now being your own mom has its benefits. However, I felt like I was always on the go. So being pregnant for me was challenging because I felt like, okay, I have a baby in my belly, but what that mean? Like, that mean I gotta sit down? Like, what you mean? I'm not sitting down. And I wasn't sitting down. So I was always still on the go, even while being pregnant, until it got to the point where it was like, okay, girl, like, you gotta sit down, like, sit down. And I feel like sometimes we may be in a different part of our journey where God shows us, like, I'm purposely sitting you down so that you can rest, so that I can order your steps for you. Like, sometimes some of us may be so on the go that we don't realize that we may need a period of time where we're not on the go, where we get to, refocus or do whatever our assignment is. And so for me, it was challenging because I'm social, like I'm a social bug, like I'm everywhere. And everywhere I go, I'm meeting new people, expanding my network. Like just that's my personality. It's fun. Like my life is fun. So I'm gonna have fun every time I enter my house. Anytime I leave my house, the agenda is fun. Yes, I'm working. Yes, I'm doing everything else. However, that to me is also fun. So I feel like now I had that taken away from me because I have to focus that on my child. And it's not a bad thing. It just took me a long time to accept the fact, number one, that I am pregnant. Like, girl, you pregnant, because I still wasn't believing that I was pregnant, even though all the signs was there. I done had 30,000 tests, everything was proven. It's just in my mind, I was still in shock. And I feel like I was in shock for so long because, like some of you guys said, like we got this plan where we feel like we want to have all these things in order or have certain things set up before we even have our baby and all these different things. And I just felt like in my mind, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be 30. 30 is gonna happen, And I feel like I we unintentionally manifested our baby. This is not something where it was unplanned. Yes. However, we had many conversations about this. We had many conversations about what family life would be, the things we wanted, how we wanted to raise him. What are some things that happened in his childhood and my childhood that we didn't want to repeat? Like, we intensively had so many of these conversations intentionally. And a lot of these conversations, I can just see how now, looking back, how we did manifest this. And not only did we manifest this, everybody around us did too. So it was like explosive from everybody, from family, from friends, from wherever we was at, and us too, unintentionally. And so when it happened for me, it actually happened 2 days before my birthday, and I was just in shock land. That hit me because I'm a Leo, fire signs. We gonna have a party. We going big. Birthdays is big, right? And so when it happened 2 days before my birthday, my mindset at the time was, oh, I can't get lit. Like, I gotta be sober. Like, and mind you, I know I have fun being sober. People will meet me like, oh, she lit. No, she's sober and I'm lit, So I just felt like everything was shocking. And so just the journey now of being pregnant, he is 13 months now. Yay. So now I'm finally at the point where it's like, I'm outside. Now I'm back outside. Now I'm able to, network more, start going to more places because I also breastfeed too. So for the moms who are breastfeeding, as maybe you do have the support system. Maybe you are able to, step away and have your time. However, if you're a breastfeeding mom, you feed on demand. So you never know what the demand is going to be with your child. You could be out, and then next thing you know, your child is hungry. So if you're a breastfeeding mom, for me, Sage go everywhere with me. He has to, because he's breastfeeding. And I talked about this with somebody the other day. I said, there was no such thing as sacrifices that I made for my child, just choices. I didn't make no sacrifices for him. Every decision that I made was a choice. And for those choices that I make and continue to make, he owes me nothing but him just being his happiest every single day. Every single day. And so me having to sit down, I'm used to, like Jenny said too, I take myself out on dates too, movies, dinner, you name it. You have to love being in your own solitude, in your own space, right? Everybody needs their own them time, right? And so I felt like I lost that. I felt like, wow. And to be real, at some point too, I kind of was taking it out on his dad, because I felt like, yo, I'm home. I'm doing, I feel like I'm a housewife. Ain't nothing wrong with being a housewife, right? However, I'm just saying, I felt like I'm home. This is a new experience for me. Chest over here feeding the baby. I smell like milk, look like milk, feel like I got milk everywhere. Like, I just want to get in the shower. I want to wash. And then I know you working, you out working. I'm giving you your time after work to decompose, to you release. But like, now I feel like you dragging it because now I need my time. Like, come swap. Like, let me, So I felt like I kind of was taking it out on his dad too, because I kind of felt like, you're my boy. Like, you still, like, our lifestyles are, we're outside, So I kind of felt like, well, dad, you still get to be outside. Like, I'm trapped inside. Like, this ain't gonna work. And I felt like it was very challenging with me learning how to channel my emotions, me learning how to have these conversations, me also realizing like, okay, am I being conscious about like, okay, I don't want to fall into postpartum and go into, what that is and what that feel like, because I can see how easy, it can happen. I could understand that. So I just did my best to make sure like, Ashley, I got to figure out some kind of balance for me where I don't feel like I'm losing myself while also raising a beautiful, handsome man. Like, I gotta show him, like, I gotta figure out what's this balance for me. I can't, and I'm not gonna say like you can't listen to other moms, like take the advice from people. However, you best, the type of person that you are, and the person that's just out there and its personality needs the sky, the light, the energy. I need the air. Like, I need that. And to release that, I really had to take a lot of time. When I say a lot of time, I had to take a lot of time to refocus my mind, to get out every way that I felt, no matter if words was wrong. It didn't matter. I just had to get it out. And then once I got it out, I had to figure out, okay, moving forward, you're not the same person that you were before you had the baby. And even down to my hair being red, like, sir, like, baby, my son looking at me playing with all my different styles of hair. I'm like, you have no idea. Your mommy hair is really red. Like, so when you see me when my hair is fully red, like that was, how hard that was for me. Like, seeing my hair grow out, black, brown. What is this? Like, even stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, I felt like that so many times. And I just knew overall, I just knew that I would get to a point where Sage would be able to start to be around other people, be around, I would let his family, start to watch him once they see like, okay, this is how I'm raising him. You respecting my boundaries of what I want as a mom, because if you don't, you're not going to be able to watch him. Like, just showing people like what motherhood is like for me and what I am like because of motherhood, what motherhood has done to me, what motherhood has created me to be. And the whole topic is amazing because, yeah, I could have sat in the, I'm not able to, maybe I'm not able to go and teach in the school system, and my finances may be a little low and I could blame that on my child. I'm not blaming that on my child. My child never asked to be here. So yeah, I'm never gonna say to Sage, oh, the reason I'm not. No, at the end of the day, regardless of what's going on, it's because of me. Maybe I wasn't thinking creatively enough. Maybe I wasn't a great steward of my finances. Maybe I wasn't managing things. Maybe I wasn't watching stuff. Maybe I was being careless. It's so many different things that, like, before I wasn't responsible for anybody but myself. I could do whatever I wanted to. If I wanted to be a little careless here, it wasn't gonna hurt nobody but me. Now I can't do that. Now everything that I do is going to affect my kid. So it just changed me as a person completely. And I'm grateful for that. And I feel like if that didn't happen, who knows what it could have messed up further down the line for me. And that's why I felt like even though in my mind I had this perfect number of 30, I'm gonna have my child. It came at 27. It came at the perfect time when I felt like it was needed the most. And he has taught me truly what self-love is for me. And I needed that. And God knew I needed that. And that's how I knew I was having a boy, because I knew that the biggest lesson that I needed to learn was that. And I knew that that's what the boy was going to do for me. And I knew that that's what God was telling me as well. So overall, I'm grateful. And now I just feel like it's all about experiences. Everything is an experience. And your life is an experience. Everything that I'm doing is an experience for you. Everything that I'm doing is an experience for me. And whether your experience is okay, yeah, now you get to spend a night at your grandparents' house, be with your grandparents. Great, baby. I love that for you. That's an experience for you. And now mommy get to, go out, be intentional. Now I'm being intentional. Before I was just whatever I wanted to do. I wasn't necessarily intentional every time. This time it's like, no, now I'm intentional with every little piece of time that I have. I make sure I have me time every day, even if that means every night I'm outside for 45 minutes, breathing the air, appreciating Mother Nature, right? If I'm outside for that long, I'm still being intentional about that time. So overall, I feel like he's helped change my perspective of life. He's helped change my perspective, even my goals. Like I always had big dreams and goals. However, he pushed them closer to me. He made them closer. He made me be able to see it better, see it clearer, and have him in the environment and see his reaction. That also shows me like, I'm not doing this for only me. I'm doing this for you, and it's changing you too. You ain't no regular kid. You ain't no regular baby. Look at you. Like, look at you in these environments. Like, I wish I was in stuff like this when I was little. Like, so just changing the narrative, changing even how when he has his family, what's his norm that he's gonna bring his children into, because that was normal and that was regular for him. So I love it. And I feel like the more and more I continue to grow in mommyhood and as a person, the more and more I'm creating what my own balance is for me when it comes to making sure everything in my life is balanced. My emotional, my physical, my spiritual, my social, just balancing it all out and making sure that I'm giving that to myself so that no area is lacking in my life, because we don't live in lack. And so moving to, family ship, marriage, all these other things, before I get there are things that I have to work on within me first, and making sure that I'm giving that to myself first before I can even think about giving it to somebody else.
Listen, boss mom Ash with a word. I know there's a lot of moms. Oh, I see Tat making the noise. Do it. Come off and make the noise. Please come off and do it. There we go. I read her lips doing it. Like, wait, we need to hear it. Right, because that was a word. And I know there's moms who felt that. You watching that, you like, yeah, I definitely felt that. Like, right, she's also a new mom, right? Her son is only 13 months, brand new mom, right? Just like Big Mama Jen. And like she said, right, what she said, one thing that she said that was real big was the part about where you feel like your partner's there, but they still get to make moves and you stuck in the house, right? You could start to feel a way about that. Like, hold on, you just eat, right? Especially you breastfeeding, right? You breastfeed, you're pumping, whatever you're doing, and I eat, that can happen, right? I know there's moms listening, like, and they like, yeah, they looking at their partner now, yeah, I told you, right? But don't be mad at him, right? His role is different from your role. And just like she said, huge too. It's not a sacrifice. It's a choice that you're making, right? You're choosing, right? When you're breastfeeding, you're not sacrificing, right? You're choosing to give your baby the best nourishment for them, right? You're choosing that. Some people, they gotta go the formula route or whatever route it is because of different reasons. It's all a choice what you're choosing to do, right? Nobody's right, nobody's wrong, right? It's the choice what you're choosing to do based off of your lifestyle, right? What you have going on, your mental, your emotional, and that's what she was saying too, right? She's finding the balance for her as her person as a mother, not based off of what other mothers are doing. Yeah, there's mothers that she may look up to or appreciate and honor them. She may take some advice from them that they're doing, but she's also just what works for her, right? What works for you as a mom. So there's no real complete blueprint. Like I think Jenny was saying this last week to me that there's no manual, but she said no, Don't even tell people there's no manual, because you are the manual, right? God already put it in you, right? So you are the manual, you have it. So just because you doing something one way and you see somebody else doing another way, it doesn't mean that you're right or they're right or they're wrong. No, you're doing it how it works for you, right? I can tell you one thing. I know a lot of people, they bathe their children every night, right? I can't do that. Not saying my child is dirty, just saying every night, I'm at nighttime, I'm tired. So you might be taking this bath in the morning. I'm telling you, 9 o'clock get here, it get real challenging for me. And then I'm doing other activities now, but I did have a conversation with someone who's not even a mom, right? But they're very wise and smart. And she just was like, hey, well, maybe when you're doing some of the certain calls, if you don't necessarily have to like speak on the call and you're just listening, you could maybe give her a bath during that time. Right? Somebody said, and I was like, right, I could do that. Right? Because maybe I'm thinking like, oh, I gotta just sit there. But if I don't have to like actually participate in the call and I'm literally just listening, yeah, I could put the phone to the side and I could go ahead and give her bath, right? And that was something, right? So you got to be open-minded to certain things that people give. And the person who told me, I guess what, that's one of my younger sisters. She's not a mom, she auntie, right? But she heard what I was saying, and that was something that she was like, oh, well, maybe you, and I was like, you're right, yeah, I can do that, right? Because sometimes our mind doesn't think of everything, right? Sometimes you literally just are in this one thing. And that's why I shared something in our Boss Moms Club community, right? Because we have a WhatsApp community, soon to be switching to Telegram. But in it, I shared a quote that I love that says, you know, the right perspective is a discipline and an advantage, right? Changing your perspective, it's a discipline and an advantage. Because why is it a discipline? Because if you already was thinking one way all your life, right? And now you start to do personal development and you start to learn things that you didn't think about. Now you got to take the discipline of taking charge of your thoughts, like we talked about, and saying, no, I'm not going to think this way, because thinking this negative way is not helping me find solutions to my problems, right? And we don't even like to say problems. We like to say opportunities for growth, right? It's an opportunity for you to grow, because we're always growing. We're always ascending. So the next time you say, oh, I got a problem, they'll say, you know what? This is the opportunity for me to grow. How? By thinking, taking charge of your thought, being disciplined with your mind, right? With your mind and saying, no, let me find the thoughts that can actually help me find solutions, right? That can actually help maybe my mind, my reticular activating system will start to see the things that I need. I will start to attract the things that's necessary for me to find the solutions, right? So that's the discipline in it. The discipline is not staying stuck in, oh, I got a problem. Oh, why me? Oh, there's always something, right? No, don't stay stuck in that, because the universe is going to make sure it's always something bad, if that's what you think about. Say it's always something great. But you know what? When stuff like this happens, I know something great is about to happen. So, right? Switch it up. Something great is going to happen. Because when things seem like they going wrong, that's really the universe just and God just seeing if I'm ready for the greatness that's about to come upon me. Switch it up. That's the discipline. You taking control of your mind. That's the discipline of the right perspective. The advantage. Why is it an advantage? Because guess what? Majority people, unfortunately, not going to do that. And because you're going to keep ascending. You're going to get the life you want. You know, when you see people like, wow, they just seem like they get everything they want, right? Because they have that discipline and advantage. So if you could do the same very thing by having that discipline and advantage of changing your perspective to what you want it to be. So change your perspective of you can't do something because of your children. So you know what? No, I can. I'm doing it because of them, because of my children, right? Or if it's something, you can include your children in a lot of things. If you're a mompreneur and you doing the business, you know you can include your children with you, especially if they like above, you know, the toddler age, and they listen. Or even if they are in the toddler age, they may be. If you got a product or a service business, right? You see on Boss Moms Club, right? Sometimes our kids are here with us. I know Miss Ash, she does her grateful call movement. And guess what? Her son, young King Sage, he's in it. He gives his affirmations. He shares his gratitude. right? She doesn't say, oh, I can't do it because he's here. No, he's part of it. He's gonna grow up knowing about being grateful and sharing his testimonies for the week, because that's what we do on a grateful call, right? He's gonna know what that is. He's gonna be open to sharing his experiences because he's always a part of it, right? So her son is included in what she does, right? Jenny has Eminence Crown for teens, her teenage daughter, right? And then she got a little one that's gonna grow up and be a teen. They already doing affirmations. Her daughter's mind is already off the hook. Kaylee, her mind is already, she don't play that with people. She already got it. Why? Her mom has a group where they say their affirmations every day. She pushes them to share their experiences. They got a safe space for that, right? So she don't just have a business. She got something that's including her daughter, right? Her brand includes her daughter. She has another young daughter that's about to come up. She already gonna know what it is. So anything that you're doing, you include your kids. I know Bossy Taylor, right? We have a product business and a service business. Some of the products, guess what? Her kids, they made a song for the product. They sing, they made a song for it. And they just start singing it, right? And they know it and they love it and they tell people about it. Before they go outside, they make sure that they're using it. Okay. Now they also learning a skill, right? Her oldest son, my nephew, he's learning a skill. So he's an entrepreneur. He already got a mindset to know how to make money. Why? Because he's around his parents and he see them learning how to make money. So he's not like, oh, he want to learn how to make money too. He's already an entrepreneur. Let me tell you a story about him. Okay, I was with them and I seen this happen. They did this on their own. Him, my nephew, and my son. They went and got some free books last year. Somebody was giving out free books. They got some books, came back, told us, oh, they was giving out free books. We said, oh, well, take your little sister, go get her some books, went, got some more. The people gave them more. Then I think they made a third trip back. And no, when they came back from with her, some of the books she had, they were multiple of the same book. So they were like, oh, wow, right? I'm listening to their conversation. Oh, these are multiple. We could sell these, right? That's what they said. We could sell these. I'm like, oh, wow, look, they mind, you know what I'm saying? I probably wouldn't have thought that when I was their age. They're like, we could sell these. Then they go back to the place where the books were, and the people just give them all the books. They was like, hey, I can have them. They free. Do you know that these kids went and sold those free books? Like they went and sold those. Nobody told. This was their own idea. Why? Because they around, right? They was included and a part of. So they mindset. They have an entrepreneur mindset. They didn't have fear of somebody telling them no. They didn't care. I mean, anybody they seen, they didn't even have to see kids with them. Hey, we got books. You want some of these books? We selling them. Oh, this one, hold on. This one about $5. These was free books. Ain't nobody telling them to do that. But they got the mindset to do that. All right. They had the mindset to do it. They already planning on what they're going to do this summer to make some more money. Right. When I was younger, I didn't have anybody around me that was talking about being an entrepreneur. The only thing I knew about being an entrepreneur was someone who takes risks. That was the definition I had. Someone that takes risks. What that sounds like a daredevil. What do you mean someone that takes risks? They jump off buildings? I'm confused. I don't understand. Right. Jenny said, yeah, Kaylee won't settle for minimum wage, right? Yeah, I remember Jenny was telling me a story about Kaylee. She like, hold on, wait, I gotta do what? And I'm gonna make that? Hold on, now I could just sell one of these and just make more than that in a good 2 seconds, right? They mindsets already know why, because we're boss moms and our kids are boss kids. They around this type of community. They're exposed to stuff that maybe we weren't exposed to when we was younger. So that's how you include them. Include them with what you do. Last year, was it last year? When my son for his 10th birthday, not last year, for his 10th birthday, what did we do? We did a pop-up shop for his birthday so he can make money on his birthday. And so, I could have threw a party and spent a whole bunch of money for his birthday, right? We still got to go out and do other stuff for his birthday, but we had a pop-up shop that day for his birthday. All the money that was made was his. All right. So you can include them. They're not an excuse. And if you need creative ideas, right? If right now, maybe because of your environment, because of who you're talking to, you're not around people. She said, I have to leave in a few guys training class. Okay. All right. If you're not around people, you come to Boss Moms Club. We can help you get the creative ideas out. Right. I think Miss Ash said it. She said, I'm not gonna, say, oh, my kids, because no, maybe it was me. I wasn't being creative enough. All right, we'll help you get the creative ideas. You'll get the creative ideas so that way you can know how to still become that successful mompreneur that you want to be. So you can start to create that soft life that you desire and deserve. And deserve. So there was, and so the way you talk to yourself is very important here, right? Remember that's part of it. Remember, some of these thoughts, they're gonna pop in your head. It might seem, you might have those days where it's a little extra challenging, and you're like, oh my goodness, right? But if you're talking to yourself right, you're gonna get through it with a breeze. Because we are not telling you that you're not gonna have these thoughts. They're gonna come, but we're telling you, change your perspective, take charge of those thoughts by how you talk to yourself. So this is the song that I wanted to play, right? And after this song, we're gonna talk about a little bit. I know Bossy Taylor said she might gotta pop out, and that's okay. She know this song, but we're gonna play this song real quick. And I want you to listen to the words. This is by one of our favorites, Tony Jones, right? And it's called Talk to Me Nice. Okay? Talk to me nice. So listen to the words, and we will be right back. Girl.
Get up. Get your up. You got too much to do today. You have to journal, work out, emails, everything you ain't do yesterday. You gotta do that. Why are you even still in bed? No, just stay in bed. You got too much to do. Hold on, anyway. Tony. First of all, calm down. No need to rush. It's no pressure. Relax. Just start the day easy. You got this. Just flow. You are aligned and in harmony with yourself. Instead of bullying yourself into productivity, we talk nice ourselves. I am beginning to trust myself again because I've been witnessing big goals happening. I'm experiencing new evidence that I'm prepared to live a new life full of satisfaction. I'm on to this vision. I feel inspiration every day to keep going. I'm getting it so right this time. My discernment is working. I have a sense about my potential that is unshakable. I'm getting it like never before. I'm feeling like I can really do this. Live my best dream life and follow through. I spent years showing up. It's showtime for all my blessings. I walked through doubt and fear and embraced faith. As messy as it got, I kept it together. I'm training myself to like what I see in this moment. My whole being is being purified. I am in detoxifying season in my life. There's so many aspects about me that I appreciate and no longer judge and criticize. I make peace with where I'm at in life. I have a clear picture in my mind of who I am, the witness of how much I've improved in balance. I thank myself for choosing me. I disconnect from the standard and the norm. I am learning the teachings of being hard on myself. The opportunity to operate in a brand new level of frequency is here. My self-talk keeps getting better by the day. I'm so focused when I am well. I feel less tension about my schedule. I'm understanding emotions like never before. I am not these moods. Feeling good is my purpose. I like the wisdom I practice in my decisions and with my feelings. I'm embracing what I know to navigate between the physical and spiritual. I'm learning to seek less and allow more. I'm accepting what makes its way to me. I flow with what is meant for me. I no longer chase answers, explanations, nor fight for closure. I let things be. I let people be. I'm free from overthinking. I maximize my time and presence. I value who I've become and how I've grown. So I must be a diligent guardian of my energy, heart, and time. I'm worthy of the life I desire. Desire is the strong energy that propels manifesting actions. I owe it to myself to fully give myself actions towards what I'm passionate about. I owe it to myself to be consistent, focused, and soft daily. I give myself permission to be really happy and bask in it. I'm all that I need to be in this season of my life. I'm making my life a great story, full of good drama, suspense, plot twist, wonder, purposeful romance, filled with every emotion, always triumphing. My story causes others to bow to their own heart. I am most interested and fascinated in the success of my well-being. I am making great decisions for healthy love, a healthy mind, and a healthy life. My self-talk is getting better by the day. Talk to me nicely. Talk to me nicely. Talk to
She said, that is my song. Yeah, you hear my daughter in the background? She over here dancing. She just had the bus in the room and dance. See, I gotta let her be a part of it, right? We just talked about that. So she over there clapping. And guess what? These are the type of songs that she hears all the time, right? So she's not growing up like the way some of us grew up hearing, the songs that we heard. She growing up hearing these affirmation songs play all the time. Okay. So yeah, that I wanted to play that because I wanted to emphasize, right? And that's by Tony Jones, right? It's called Talk to Me Nice. Put that on your playlist. Add that because talk to me nice. Remember, we talk to ourselves more than we talk to anybody else, right? I don't care who told you, oh, you crazy, talk to yourself. When you up here, who you think you're talking to, right? And it's not even just you, right? And remember, God's within you, right? So you get to choose the good God. Remember the little angel and the devil, right? You got both of them, right? You get to choose which one you're going to listen to. That's part of taking charge. This one you might gotta be like, get out of here talking all that craziness. We gonna talk nice. Yes, my friend, we talk nice. You talk nicely. You have to start talking nice to yourself. And when you keep doing that, you read books, you be a part of communities like this, you listen to affirmation songs like this, because let me tell you, these songs is popping, right? Just on the Grateful Call, I heard one of our boss aunties, Rocky, say, when you start playing some of these songs on your playlist, on your YouTube and stuff, guess what it does? It starts finding other songs like that. You're going to attract other songs. And you're going to be like, oh, wow, I didn't even know. Yeah, you don't know. Because when you just keep playing, the mainstream songs that's out there, that's what YouTube or Apple, whatever it is, they're going to put those songs. They're going to filter those songs into your playlist. So it's the same thing like with your social media timeline. If you following certain things, you can create your own algorithm by what you choose to listen to, what you choose to follow. So listen to these songs and watch other songs pop up. Please talk to yourself nice. So when those thoughts come in that are not beneficial to you, to help you get what you want and you deserve and you desire, it's easier for you to get out. It's simpler for you to get out of those thoughts and not stay stuck in those thoughts. All right. That's the whole point of me playing that song. So before we go out, I don't know if anybody wants to say anything about that song before we end it. But if you do, go ahead now and come off. Big Mama Jen, you want to say something? It look like you want to say something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's one of my favorite songs. Like when I was listening to Tony Jones, that was one of my favorite ones. I literally, back in the day when we couldn't, back in the day when we couldn't, like see the lyrics or whatever, I used to stop and press the tape and write down songs. I literally wrote down that affirmation in my book because I wanted to read it out loud and feel the words. Like I wrote that affirmation. Like that's one of my favorite ones of Tony Jones. We always say, talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. Not just everybody else. Talk to yourself nice. But
Yes, talk to me nice. Right. I love that. She said she wrote down the lyrics. I used to do that too when we was younger. I would write down the lyrics to songs. Write down the lyrics, right? See it. Because some of the songs, they show the lyrics, some of them don't. So when you write it down, sometimes you need to see it. Sometimes you need to see the words with your eyes, right? It hits different. Listening and hearing all these sites play a different vital part in your life. So write it down. Take some time and pause in and write it down. All right? Talk to yourself nice. Talk to yourself. You deserve it. Why would you want to talk to yourself mean? Angry, upset. Like really think about that. Like, why would you want to do that? Who is that helping? Why would you want to validate anything negative about yourself? When, remember this, you are God's highest form of creation. The highest form. Talk to yourself nice. And if you're around anybody that's not respecting that, do what you got to do to get away. If you need a community to help you, that's what Boss Moms Club is here for. We're here. We want to see you ascend because you deserve it. All right. Anybody else before we head on out of here? You said this is my song. Yeah,
I
Jenny
just love
said,
how she said, I love how she said, oh my God, how did she say it? She was just talking about like, she's deserving of good days. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just natural. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I love that affirmation. The song.
Yes, I love it. Right. It is natural. So if you're feeling like it's not natural because you haven't been around, it's just because you haven't been around the people who shown you that it's natural. Come around us. Come around us. It's natural. This is how we talk to ourselves nice. We talk to our kids nice, and we gonna talk to you nice. I like to call us the positive bullies. I like to call we won't. I'm telling you, we're not going to allow you to stay in the negative mindset. We won't, because we know, and we want to make sure you know too how great you are, and make sure you step into your power. All right, Miss Ash, you want to say anything before we head out? I think she said she good. She good. Oh, there she
I
go.
love when she talked about first of all, the song is amazing. I agree with what Ginger said, with what she was saying about the song as well. And I feel like this is just one of those songs where if you have a slight feeling of anything negative about yourself, you definitely want to listen to this song. If you feel like, just to even track your own growth of where you've been before to where you are now, or what you are growing into, or who are you becoming, I feel like this is a really great song to listen to. She said she spent years showing up. She spent years showing up for herself. And as messy as it got, she keeps it together. So I just love that, how she talks, like, my whole being is being purified. I'm in my detoxifying season now. Like, I appreciate no longer being judged. I'm making peace at wherever I am in my life. Like, I have a clear vision of who I am, where I'm going. I'm in balance. Like, I thank myself for deciding to choose myself today. Like, I love stuff like that. That's how we need to talk. You know, that's what we should be saying to ourselves. And we've had this conversation before about, you know, wanting a soft life, creating a soft life, and doing all of these things. And this is just another song that helps you create that soft life within you, within your inner. And it'll make your external and everybody around you do the same, follow suit, you know, because that's how you treat yourself. That's how you talking to yourself too. So I love this song too.
Yes, amen. This is another song for the arsenal. That's one of your manifesting tools. All right, we play that song, the affirmation songs, writing your affirmations, saying your affirmations, having a community. These are all part of your tools to manifest and get the life you deserve. So be a part of it. All right, listen to that song over and over again. All right, so we about to head out. I think I seen Jenny said something. Yeah, she said when you around us, you will walk away learning to love yourself. Period. You will. You will walk away learning to love yourself, because sometimes you might have to learn that because you never was taught it. You didn't even know, like, dang, do I really, like, when you really got to sit with yourself and think, like, dang, am I really loving myself? Is my action showing that I love myself? Are my thoughts showing that? Come around us. We're going to help you do that, right? We're going to help show and make sure you stay in your greatness and you stay bossy. All right. This is Boss Moms Club Radio. We appreciate you. This was our topic for today. Come back. You want to be here live with us next week, every Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are on Zoom. If you can't get on Zoom with us, catch us on the replay, YouTube. All right. Catch the clips on TikTok, clips on Instagram. We love y'all. Peace.